What's up, fight fans? We are partnering with DraftKings to bring you the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah, a real fight that's happening. Anyway, if you use code TTFS and you're a new customer, place any $5 bet and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets.
DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Bet the farm, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Yes. So as far as bets go, this is where I always bet. I bet on Jake Paul. So Rob, I don't know if I told you my Jake Paul betting strategy. So my Jake Paul betting strategy is I bet on Jake Paul and then I don't watch the fight. So my approach will be no different this time around. So looking at our odds here, as a time of filming, Jake Paul is minus 275, Mike Tyson is plus 210. Mike Tyson has something in common with my father, and that is that he needs help in and out of chairs because he's old, Mark. So this is another fight which casuals have helped me tremendously because they bet a lot on Mike Tyson because, bro,
Just takes one punch.
bro,
Did you ever see his head movement?
bro,
His
it's
defense
Mike
is
Tyson, dude. What
impregnable.
if he just goes psycho, dude? So the idea is that Mike Tyson is it's not 1987 anymore. Mike Tyson is a legend.
So I'll give a quick counterpoint before I state that I completely agree with us betting on Paul. So again, DraftKings has Paul at minus 275,
Yep.
Tyson at 210, plus 210. We've talked at length about how we presumed that the rules would change prior to the fight.
And they have.
And they have. So the newest set of rules, which again is subject to change, you know it's going to change. Now it's 2-minute rounds.
Yep.
It is 14-ounce gloves
Correct.
and 8 rounds.
Every article I read too, it said this match is sanctioned, like it reiterates sanctioned to the point that it's like, we get it, dude. Like you're like trying to fool us. So I believe that this fight will be somewhat real. You know, I don't think it's like gonna be.
I don't think it's scripted or like a throne or a work.
I don't think it's gonna be a work, but at the same time, like there's mitigating factors in there. So the bet that Mark and I are taking is that I'm going to bet Jake Paul money line. Now there are some prop bets in there. So the total rounds is 6.5. Over under is minus 115. I'm not touching that only because if I were to lay a bet, I would definitely lean over. I don't want to personal pick this one just because I just think there might be some tomfoolery. The size of the gloves, the duration of the rounds. I don't know how much like dabbing up and hugging.
So yeah, I mean,
legacy and YouTube kid.
The way
there's
we've
gonna
talked
be.
about it is it's a 60-year-old Mike Tyson and a physical prime Jake Paul. The rule changes are clear. The rule changes are there to stretch out the fight so that a 60-year-old Mike Tyson can go the distance or not get.
I read
extremely
something
hurt.
that they were like, "Oh, this is like gonna benefit like Tyson because he'd explode more for 2." It's like, no, dude,
it benefits Tyson because the fight is shorter and
he
he
won't
has a
get
better chance of going
murdered.
the distance. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why.
So even then, Paul on the money line is the obvious bet for us. That's what we're placing. The over-under, again, it's one of those things like Matt's saying, like it's very clear they're manipulating the fight, and with their hands kind of being involved, we're not going to touch that.
See, with the round over-under, the casuals won't move that line because the casuals aren't going to bet the over-under. What they will bet
The money line.
is the money line, and that's why the odds are so much more favorable than they should be. Jake Paul is going to crush Mike Tyson. Like I've never been more confident in a fight in my entire life. So I love that. Additionally, Paul by knockout is plus 115. That is a trap number.
That's where I'm at. Paul minus 275 on the money line
Is a better number than
so
plus
much of a better
115.
bet.
So what I'm going to look at it as my personal betting is I'm just going to put more units on the Jake Paul money line.
It's if it's not our pick of the year, it's our pick of the month.
Yeah.
It's
only reason it's not our pick of the year is because somehow Nick Diaz is still fighting Vicente Luque.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason it's not our pick of the year. So yeah, the pick is in. It's going to be looking at it. It's Jake Paul money line. If you want to look at the round overages, I would lean over. If you're gonna flirt with any prop bets, it would be Jake Paul by stoppage. Mike Tyson will not knock him out. Don't look at the numbers. I'm not looking at the numbers. That's such a crazy thing. No matter how sexy it is, Don't fall for the trap. There's one other fight that's happening on the undercard that I think really needs some attention, and that's Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. So this number I really, really like. Taylor's at minus 155. Serrano is a plus 120 underdog with 64% of the bets going to Serrano. 64% of the bets are going to Serrano because she is an extremely live dog. With that being said,
She's a dog.
she's a dog. And if you look at our previous bets, with our UFC 308, our underdog pick of 308 was Khamzat Chimaev. And guess what?
Or sorry, Bobby Knuckles against
Yes,
Khamzat.
exactly. Sorry. We picked Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker, over Chimaev. And Bobby Knuckles now needs to see...
He's swallowing his teeth.
Yeah, an orthodontist. So don't fall for good odds on a losing bet. I like Katie Taylor here. We talked to George Foreman the third, Monk. We cut it up with him, and he broke it down the same way I saw it. This seems like a passing of the torch type fight. Serrano, legacy-wise, is above Katie Taylor. She is. She has all the tools to beat Katie Taylor. She could absolutely win this fight.
But she has one foot out the door.
She
She's
does,
had a
and-
very lengthy career.
And stylistically, she fights more than she boxes, or like she fights more than she has to. She could box more, and she chooses not to. Katie Taylor doesn't have the same mileage as Serrano does at this stage in her career. I really like Katie Taylor in this fight, and that's why my personal pick is Katie Taylor moneyline at minus 155. I think looking at how much money is already gone to Serrano, I don't think the line's going to get better than it is, so I'm jumping on it right now. So looking at the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson card as a whole, I'm slamming Jake Paul money line. I love it. I'm always going to love it.
and probably a unit on Taylor.
Yeah. I am going to, I'll look at the over-under, and I might flirt with Paul by knockout stoppage. The only thing give me pause. I'll tell you right now, had they not changed the rules,
Yeah.
if they're 10-ounce gloves in a 3-minute rounds, it's Paul
by
money line
stoppage.
plus Paul stoppage.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm doubling down 100%. Because they changed the rules, I'm shying away from Paul stoppage. So that's my take. Any deviation?
Nope. I really like Paul on the money line. I really don't like the over under at all. I'm not even looking at the over. I'm not looking at the under. I don't like the over under. I don't like with the manipulation of the rounds. I don't love Paul by KO at plus 115 when Paul on the money line's minus 275.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, the money line,
to me, it's too obvious a bet.
the
for
numbers
me.
are so good.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me, looking at that fight objectively, again, because you have to understand that odds makers are not only are they handicapping the fight, they're also looking at the fan base and where numbers are going. So they're handcuffed to a degree of where money's going, right?
Yeah.
Thank God for people that don't know shit about boxing, and I can't say that enough. They made my life easier as a sports bettor. I love the money line. I've never loved a money line so much in a long time. The fact that Jake Paul is minus 275 is criminal. So that's the pick. I'm locking it in. Sound good to you?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, that's the bet the farm pick of the week. What do you think, Rob?
I see Taylor and Serrano completely differently.
Whoa!
When I saw Katie Taylor fight in 2019 in Boston, I think it was 2019, she seems to get pretty tired after like the 8th round. Mm-hmm. I like Serrano this time around.
All right.
In fact, it's my my underdog hot chicken pick of the week.
If Rob hits the underdog hot chicken pick of the week and we didn't, I'm going to be pissed. Two counterpoints to that. Roy Jones was over the hill when he fought Antonio Tarver. Tarver was the older guy in that fight. Just food for thought, number one. And number two, Serrano has fought 3-minute rounds. I believe this fight is 2-minute rounds, which I do believe benefits Katie Taylor. So I'm with you. I do think she fades. I think the 2-minute rounds do benefit her.
But point number 3, which I think is important, is if Rob hits the underdog pick of the week, I think he's very likely to bring in underdog hot chicken. And I'm a big fan, and I like watching Matt eat it and get really, really upset because it's grumbly and it's tumbly.
I'm mentally prepared this time. I didn't realize it's surface of the sun hot. Now I'm ready. I'm locked in, just like my bets.
Well, see, the fun part about that particular bet is you can parlay it with
This guy on the parlays.
with the Paul Tyson fight, and if you put Jake Paul money line with Serrano, you get plus 200.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, sucker's bet. Hold on. No, see, you almost fooled me. So don't get me in this parlay nonsense. No.
We got to do a sucker bet.
If you listen, it's a sucker bet parlay.
No.
So we're not playing it safe.
What's Paul by decision or not by knockout? Do they have that yet?
Yeah, by itself, it's plus 275.
Whoa, say that again?
Jake Paul by decision or technical decision is plus 275.
Serrano money line and Paul decision.
That comes out to plus 725.
Now we're suckers. Now we're talking.
That's a crazy dog.
A crazy sucker. Now listen, for a 2-leg parlay, now we're talking.
If you like violence as much as Matt hates spicy foods, you should like and subscribe to the Toe to Toe Fight Show.